Whoa. I used to look in the mirror and only see what was missing. Every mistake, every heartbreak, every reason to keep my distance. I learned how to protect myself, learn how to keep my guard high, learn how to carry your pain and call it being wise. But then you walked into my life and something started changing. Not because you fixed me, but because your love was patient. And little by little, I started seeing myself differently. I like who I am with you. I like the person that I see when your love is all around me and your heart is next to me. You make me feel more hopeful, you make me dream again. And somehow every broken piece feels whole inside your hands. I like who I am with you, and that means more than words can say. Oh, no, you don't make me hide my flaws or pretend that I'm okay. You don't make me earn affection or fight for my place. You see the parts I'm working on and love me through the process. You celebrate my healing instead of focusing on my mess. And maybe to somebody else this all sounds simple and small, but after everything I've been through, it means everything at all. Now I understand why God made with you. I like the peace inside my chest. No pretending, no performing, just a version of me at my best. Oh, you make life feel brighter, you make joy feel true. And every day I'm grateful for the person I am with you. I like who I am with you, and I thank God for that. Doesn't change you. Maybe it helps the real you grow. Maybe God sends certain people to remind your heart what it knows. Maybe healing looks like laughter, maybe healing looks like peace. Maybe healing is discovering the person you were meant to be. I like who I am with you, more than I've ever liked myself before, because your love helped me discover what I was created for. Now every prayer makes sense, every delay feels true. I like who I am with you, and I'll never stop loving you too. Before you I was living careful, keeping all my dreams in a box, telling myself not to hope too much in case my heart got lost. I stopped looking too far ahead, stopped believing in forever, started settling for surviving instead of expecting better. Then you came into my life, with your faith and your light. And somehow all the things I buried started coming back to life. Now the future doesn't scare me the way it used to. You made my world feel bigger. You made my heart believe again. You make tomorrow look brighter than it's looked in a long, long time. You make me dream out loud. You make me reach a little higher. And every day beside you feels like standing closer to the fire. You made my world feel bigger, and I never knew how small I'd been living. You encourage every dream like it matters just as much as mine. You celebrate the little wins and remind me I'll be fine. You don't laugh at my ambitions or tell me to play safe. You make me feel like anything's possible when we're walking in faith. Maybe to somebody else this all sounds ordinary, but after years of shrinking myself, it feels extraordinary. Now I understand why God brought you here. You made my world feel bigger. You made me believe there's more. More joy, more hope, more purpose waiting on the other side of the door. You make life feel exciting. You make the future feel new. And every dream I carry feels lighter because of you. You make my world feel bigger, and my heart needed that. Hey, hey, hey. Maybe real love doesn't limit you. Maybe real love helps you grow. Maybe God sends certain people to help you become who you're meant to be. Maybe every disappointment was making room for this. A love that speaks life into you. A love that feels like it's given. You made my world feel bigger. And now I see possibility everywhere. Because your love reminded me that hope is still here. Now every prayer feels closer. Every promise feels true. You make my world feel bigger, and I'm a better man because of you. You make my world feel bigger, and I'll never stop being grateful. Oh, yeah. I didn't notice when it happened. It wasn't some dramatic change, just little moments getting brighter, little things not feeling the same. I started singing in the car again, started calling friends back, started waking up excited instead of carrying the past. For so long I was surviving, just trying to get through. Then joy started showing up in the life I'm building with you. And every day I find another reason to smile. I laugh more these days, I smile without carry feels lighter than it's ever been. You brought warmth to my winters, you brought color to my sky, and every day beside you feels like a gift in disguise. I laugh more these days, and I owe a lot of that to you. You don't make life complicated, you don't make love feel hard, you don't leave me wondering what's really in your heart. You make ordinary moments feel like memories in the making, and somehow every conversation feels like another step in healing. Maybe to somebody else this all sounds simple and small, but after everything I lived through, it means everything at all. Now I finally understand what peace is supposed to feel like. I laugh more these days because my heart feels safe here. No overthinking, no anxiety, no fear hiding underneath. You make joy feel natural, you make happiness feel true, and every day I'm grateful for this life I'm living with you. I laugh more these days, and my soul needed that. Maybe healing isn't that dramatic, maybe it arrives quietly. Maybe God sends the right person to bring your heart back gently. Maybe joy returns one ordinary day at a time, until you look up and realize you're finally alright. These days, it feels bright again, because your love reminded me how good life can be in the end. Now every prayer feels answered, every delay feels wise. I laugh more these days, and I see God's goodness in your eyes. I laugh more these days, and I never wanna lose this feeling. There was a time I stopped expecting anything good to come my way. I got tired of disappointment, tired of watching hope fade. I stopped talking about forever like it was something meant for me. Started making peace with loneliness as my reality. Then you walked into my story without promises you couldn't keep, and somehow your consistency reached places hurt ran deep. Little by little, you changed what I believed. You made me believe again, believe that love can stay, believe that two hearts can grow without drifting away. You made me believe again that God's timing still is true, and every prayer I almost gave up on started making sense with you. You made me believe again when I thought that part of me was gone. Somehow those quiet moments mean everything to me. doors had to close. You made me believe again that peace can feel like home, that commitment doesn't have to hurt, that love doesn't have to feel unknown. You make trust feel natural, you make healing feel real, and every day beside you shows me how God's love feels. You made me believe again, and my heart needed that. Maybe faith isn't just believing when everything goes your way. Maybe faith is trusting God through every delay. Maybe every heartbreak was preparing me to see the blessing He was building even when I couldn't believe. You made me believe again in love and hope and grace, in the beauty of God's timing and the healing that it brings. Now every scar has purpose, every tear has meaning too. You made me believe again, and I'll spend forever thanking God for you. Oh, you made me believe. I believe in tomorrow too. Sometimes I look back at the man I used to be, carrying old heartbreak like it was part of my identity. I was always preparing for things to fall apart, never realizing fear had become my comfort zone. I spent years surviving, just trying to protect my heart, never knowing God was writing a completely different part. Now I look in the mirror and I hardly recognize that man. The person I became with you is someone I'm proud to be. More hopeful, more open, more like the man God created in me. You didn't change who I was, you helped me become who I could be. And every day beside you feels like healing, setting me free. The person I became with you is my favorite version of me. You help me trust again without ever asking me to. You help me dream again just by believing that I could. You brought peace to places that used to carry fear, and somehow every year with you makes my purpose feel more clear. Maybe to somebody else this all sounds simple and small, but after everything I've survived, it means everything at all. Now I finally understand what God was doing all along. The person I became with you laughs more than he used to, prays more than he used to, believes more than he used to. He isn't carrying yesterday into every brand new day, because your love showed him a better way. That's more than he used to. That's more than he used to. The person I became with you feels closer to who God intended. Maybe real love doesn't complete you. Maybe it helps you heal. Maybe God sends certain people to remind you what's real. Maybe every delay was preparing me to see the life I have now was always meant for me, yeah. The person I became with you is someone filled with peace, someone no longer fighting battles that God already released. Now every prayer feels answered, every scar has purpose too. The person I became with you is the man I was becoming all along. And I'll always thank God for bringing me to you.